Which specific areas of your work are you really interested in expanding your knowledge of? How do you intend to achieve this? Applicant should be committed to self-development through a continuous learning process, whether at work or away from work. Goal should be to improve their contribution to the workforce and or the company. Tell me, have you had an experience where you realized that you had to be more positive and persuasive when selling your ideas to others? What did you learn from this experience? Applicants should recognize the necessity to continually develop their skills, should seek constructive criticism and advice, and be able to not take criticism personally. Do we need to make your attitude more positive when marketing yourself and your ideas to others? Applicants should be positive and a confident attitude towards marketing themselves and their ideas. Which last occasion that you had to use your negotiating skills to bring about a resolution that was in everyone's best interest? Applicant's answer should prove that the job seeker has the capacity to employ negotiating skills for the benefit of the company and the customer and themselves in personal situations. Which last seminar you attended? How did you apply this newfound knowledge towards your work? Candidate should demonstrate a real commitment to formal education as well as the ability and imagination to apply these new concepts directly within the workplace. When last occasion you asked for direct feedback from a senior or a customer, how did you then use this knowledge to improve your personal performance? Candidate should be capable of constructively applying all forms of feedback towards creating a better and more efficient performance. How to communicate effectively? Effective communication is a learned skill. It is more effective when it is spontaneous rather than formulaic. A speech that is read, for example, rarely has the same impact as a speech that's delivered or appears to be delivered spontaneously. Of course, it takes time and effort to develop these skills and become an effective communicator. The more effort and practice you put in, the more instinctive and spontaneous your communication skills will become. Tell me about an incident when you had to listen attentively in order to act quickly enough to meet a deadline. Answers should show that applicant has good listening skills and that they are a dependable person who responds accurately to the central issues. What you do when someone is deliberately giving you vague, dissembling, or even obstructive information which hinders your ability to complete a task. Applicants should be capable of determining what information is correct. By clarifying with a superior or researching their work around the obstruction, they should try to bring the conversation to a satisfactory conclusion, but always have the best interest of the company in mind. How do you deal with situations when others are finding it hard to communicate effectively with you? Candidate should have the ability to use their listening skills and interviewing skills to clarify issues and make points easier to understand. They should be able to influence the conversation in a way that allows other people to effectively communicate and should not be impatient. Are you capable of getting to bottom of a situation when someone is incapable of communicating what they really mean? If so, how do you achieve this? Applicant should be able to understand work-related language and be able to determine what a coworker is trying to say and be intuitive in recognizing human emotions. What steps do you take to establish a rapport with others? Job seekers should have the ability to see things from another person's perspective. How do they accomplish this? Does the candidate appear to be able to emphasize with others? Describe an example of a time when you had to ask direct questions to bring out diverse opinions on a central issue. Job seekers should have the skills to convince others to fully participate in a discussion and help them expand on their ideas. Suppose if your credibility is compromised, what steps do you take to rectify the situation? Candidate should know that they need to strengthen their bargaining power and educate themselves on all issues involved. This will give them an effectively stronger position. Describe about an occasion when you withheld your opinion and tried to obtain the opinion of others, and why was this action important? Applicant should know that as a team player, the views of others are important. The ideology of the phrase, "there is no I in team," should be represented. Ego and or narcissism should not be a trait applicant expresses. Which last occasion that you were given an assignment to develop your mediating skills, and what was the conclusion? Candidates should actively seek assignments to develop their mediating and negotiating skills. Tips for effective listening. If your goal is to fully understand and connect with other person, listening effectively will often come naturally. If it doesn't, you can remember the following tips. The more you practice them, the more satisfying and rewarding your interactions with others will become. Focus fully on the speaker. Avoid interrupting. Avoid seeming judgmental. Show your interest. Please make sure to subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon for more future videos like this. And also share this video with your friends.